Yo, you know, it's your boy, man. We spreading love today. Y'all know what the day is, Sunday, aka Love Day. It was a good one today. We gonna get straight to it, man. I ain't even got time to play the music. Hold on, first of all. And then y'all see the background, it's a change of scenery. You know what I'm saying? But I do want y'all to see this. So the people that watch, the people that come on here, when you go from the beginning and you see this, you already know who won today. You know what I'm saying? The old heads was mad, but it's all love. It was love that we were showing y'all love. But hey, man, welcome to the OG podcast, man. I got a good show for y'all today. You know what I'm saying? I got a classmate with me. I told you I'm the plug, man. I got everything y'all need, man. You need what? You need a house. You need your house power washed. But your son, your kid got injured at a football game, basketball game. I'm the plug. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna hold it. We ain't gonna build a suspense. We gonna put him right in here. Got my boy with me, Bobby Hammond.
What's up, everybody?
What's up with you, my boy?
Mark, I'm happy to be here. Always had love for you. And then we're classmates, 06.
You know what I mean? Yeah, yes, sir. So if y'all don't know me, we at his spot. You know what I'm saying? Got a nice little Italian. You know what I'm saying? What is this called right here?
Pizza fritta. So it's like fried dough, with a little marinara sauce on it, a little Parmigiano Reggiano on it. Listen, we're Italian. We consider friends like family. Someday, so we could do a podcast over the internet. We had to bring Mark to the house. Right, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Big facts. And that's what we do. We spit big facts on here. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I had to bring my brother here today, too. So I got Doc Gordon with me. So what's up? What's going on? Yeah, big on Mark's podcast. He's doing good things. Proud of him.
So what we gonna do? We're gonna go whenever one of us talk, we're gonna just put the mute joint in there. All right, so first off, we're gonna start from the beginning, man. We wanna know where you from when you came down here, what made y'all move down here, you know what I'm saying? All that. Just talk everything about Bobby coming up. And I want you to stop probably around, we'll say elementary school.
You want me to unmute it now?
Yeah.
All right. So I was born in Philadelphia, outside of Philadelphia, a little place called Norristown. And you want to know why we moved down here? Mm-hmm. So we moved down here. My grandfather was murdered by my dad's friends, and he wanted a safe environment for us to grow up in. And Ocean City, Maryland was a place my mom and dad always loved to come. So it was his first pick to get away from that lifestyle. So we came down here for a better up. Great community up in Ocean Pines, Ocean City. Friends, grew up in a very diverse area. Just great people all around, Mark.
So you say you came down here, Ocean City. So what's your first memory of coming down here? Like the first thing you seen, the first thing to be like, damn, this is where I'm at now.
And the first thing I saw coming down was the beach and the boardwalk. And you see the big Ferris wheel. And I said, man, I live at the beach. And I'm only like 4 at this time. When you're 4, you don't really know much of anything, right? So, but that was my first memory of Ocean City, buddy.
So, you know what I mean? He come down here, beach boy. So I obviously love the beach, you know what I mean? City boy, but obviously love the beach. Everybody comes to the beach. I can say honestly, I lived down here all my life. I probably went to the beach probably 5 times. Probably been in the ocean 3. Bro, I hate jellyfish. I felt like I had jellyfish in my pie. I think the last time I was in the beach, I I felt like I got a jellyfish. Like people was getting stung everywhere. Sometimes a jellyfish in my pocket. I'm freaking out. You know what I mean? My aunt like, boy, calm down. It's nothing but dirt in my pocket. Ever since then, I said I'm not going back. You know what I'm saying? My anxiety on trip. So on the shore, where the love of football come from? Like where that come from?
The love of football comes from, um, you play basketball. When your family does something, you do it, right?
Right.
So my dad, he always grew up boxing and football, baseball too. But I never loved baseball. Like I love football. So dad brings you out there. We're like 8 or 9, and you get out there, and when you're a little kid, you get reared by your parents, right? So my dad said, "We're going to go play football." You don't got a choice.
Mm-hmm.
So the love of football just comes from my father pushing me to go do it. And you know why I love football though, Mark? Because football is one of the only sports in the U.S. where you play with everybody, buddy, from every socioeconomic class, everything, whether you're white, black, rich, poor. I made my best friends playing football. And, these people would have never came together had it not been for football. You feel me?
Right.
So that's where that love of football comes from.
So we're gonna call this part the meat. You know what I'm saying? So you play pot one of football. I want to say Berlin Tornadoes. That was in the beginning, black and gold.
Yep.
For the youngins, y'all don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But the black and gold Tornadoes, that a bunch of heavy hitters on there, different ages. Like I feel like everybody went to high school together, and that from our maybe sophomore year up, like everybody played on their football team. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember seeing the pictures. So you go from that to Indian River playing in Delaware.
Yeah.
Then you come back to Power Winner, right?
Yeah. But Indian River was a blimp on the radar.
But we got the only reason why I bring up Indian River because you wasn't playing quarterback then.
Yeah. So listen,
my man was a running back.
You heard it here first. Listen, you heard it here first. Now I'm going to tell Benny. You asked Benny. I started over Benny when I was 9. Yeah, I said, bro. I started off. Benny and I were the same size when we first started out, and it was Benny, me, and Kendall. And I got to tell you, I had the best coaches growing up, except for a few. But man, I grew up with. I see Jess over here. Jess, that we're echoing. Hold on. So I grew up with Coach Homer, Coach Tony Mumford, Jess's dad. I had the best coaches, man. And I got to tell you, my first year ever playing, it was Benny, Kendall, me, Brad. Look at CJ on there. Listen, I could ball a little bit, but I always had a great line, always had good teammates. And, man, in 99, CJ would tell you, we won the championship. And Benny wasn't on our team. I said, run little Benny's ass over. I don't care. Yeah, he's going to come on here and say I didn't. But I got video of it. And when Benny and me were the same size, I said, run little Benny's ass over. And what happened was Dad, you got to understand, my dad's old school, like yelling. Yeah. So I remember, Mark, my first time, we used to do this drill called the gauntlet, right? Mm-hmm. And the way Coach Byerly would run it, he ran it totally the wrong way you should ever run it, right? Like, it would get these kids killed. Right. And he used to line us up. And CJ will tell you, man, I see him watch. He used to line us up, I count like 20 yards apart. You should only ever be like yards. And you run full steam ahead, right? And I remember Laszlo and Joey. I just remember looking on me. And I was more scared of my dad than I was anybody else. So who's like, you better. And man, it was just insane. So that's what made me hard. And what happened was my dad one time just went off on the coach because he didn't like the way the drill was running, and dad got kicked out that year, so I had to go take a year off in the river. Look, CJ, man, yeah, it wasn't pretty.
Facts, man, facts. So like.
We can definitely say that your dad is a big part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Your mom too. I always, you know what I'm saying. Never want to say she wasn't. She always a part of your life too. But as me growing up, you know what I'm saying, playing basketball, playing even trying to play football, and I say try to play because after I got hurt, I was done with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a basketball player, so even playing that and just going away games and talking to him, sitting with him, he letting us listen to whatever we want to listen to on the radio, like. It was chill. Like your dad, man, is very instrumental in your life, man. And it shows for everything that you was doing, even playing football or whatever. Like it showed that your dad was always gonna be there, always gonna have your back. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people uh people get jealous of that. You know what I'm saying? You get a lot of jealousy from that just because somebody's in your life and somebody's not in somebody else's life. You know what I mean? Big ups to your dad, man, because he did his thing, man. He definitely did his thing with you, man, for real. And so the same kids that you played Pop Warner with, Tornadoes, Brad Donahue, like you said, Dean, Mark Blake, Latrey Collett, Kendall, Benny, like all these kids we on this Pop Warner team. You dig what I'm saying? And y'all play high school together, like. Give me them high school memories, man. Like, what was life like playing in high? This is the Varsity Blues edition. You know what I'm saying? So, we want to hear it, man. Like, what was it like being, excuse me, a quarterback at Stephen Decatur High School? And let me add this: your 11th grade year. I'm gonna stop there.
Listen, first off, I want everybody to know. We're eating and drinking. It's Sunday night dinner. So I'm going to say some real stuff tonight. I'm going to say some real stuff. And, I want to start with my pops because my pop's always been a good guy. And you got to understand, Mark, my dad could write a book about his life. My dad was never supposed to make it. You know what I mean? Like everybody, he raised me right because he didn't want me to be, to have to go the route he went.
Right.
My dad grew up a tough life. Poor kid from Norristown who, he just wasn't supposed to make it. Whereas, and my dad, he's the smartest guy. Doc will tell you, he's the smartest guy I ever met in my life. Do numbers in his head, create businesses in his head. And even when I always had doubt, I'm going to be all right with him. And, he grew up in the street, streets, right? Dad was best friends. So we had to so a field. Mark, he made it in a field where he doesn't have a degree, like to do physical therapy, and he was trying stuff. We went bankrupt, and then he opened a physical therapy business. You got me? He opened a physical therapy business with no money, broke. You feel me? Listen, we lost our house. Mark, we didn't have heat. And some people will tell you, like Kendall and them used to come over. We'd be chopping wood for heat. We didn't have heat. And let me tell you something. Still, my dad would always donate. And then when he made it, he never forgot where he came from. Right. Ever in his life. And he donated when he didn't have money. He donated when he had money. And he donated even more the more money he got. And I got to tell you, my dad retired. He got his bag. You know what I mean? And, and I'm proud of him. And, I wish him nothing but happiness in life because he had a very hard life. But, and I got to tell you, we the people you talked about, like Mark Blake and Kendall, you got Doc and Benny and Brad and Casey Walsh and CJ Montgomery on here. And the list goes on. There's so much talent. And dude, I couldn't even name everybody. The more I think, the more I'm like, remember, like Spencer Tillman, like, dude, Ronnie, you know what I'm saying, right? Dean, and the only reason I was any good was I wasn't an athlete. I mean, I was the best. only reason I made where my dad. He's always saying, you want to tough. And always my dad made it. So, yeah,
they're saying we breaking up. They're saying.
Jess, can you guys hear me on there?
Yeah, they said we was breaking up a little while ago. That's all.
It's probably my internet. So, real quick.
I'm breaking up again. I'm gonna send it to you, bro. Yeah, when you on my show,
I'm saying, should I just come sit over there with you?
First time ever. First time on the podcast.
So look, man, we try and do shit different. You know what I'm saying? We try to give you a different feel. We breaking up. So we just gonna push it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? First time ever on the OG podcast. Got my boy sitting beside me. You hear me? But like I said, now we just gonna rap. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and Mark got the good life.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Got to. Huh? Yeah.
So, but listen, real quick, I want to talk about my buddy CJ on there. I don't know if he's still here or not, but I got to tell you something. CJ was an animal. A straight up animal, buddy. You had CJ and Dawson Twining on the line.
Hey, we gonna get there
CJ,
too.
I don't think you came to a game where you weren't high on there, man. But I love you, buddy.
So look, so after high school, you know what I'm saying?
We got to go back to high school. We had a badass team, huh?
Yeah, so go to your junior year. I want junior and senior. That's why I really want to pop off to the junior and senior. Sophomore year, we had the upperclassmen, but I'm saying the junior and the senior year, that's when it was on our back. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about that, like your junior year, first of all, because me and Benny went into that. That was crazy. That was a crazy year.
Listen, man. We had an offense that year. Benny had like 2,800 yards, and then Kendall had 1,900 yards. We had all these players, right?
Mm-hmm.
We came so close to winning states that year, but it's the second time Decatur has ever won regional championship. We had a great team that year, man. And had Benny been there our senior year, things didn't. But Benny had to take care of himself.
Right. Hell yeah.
Because you look at all the talent that came in to Decatur. A lot of people should have made it. I didn't make it. A lot of people they didn't make it for reasons, you guys talked about, but at Benny State our senior year, we hands down, hand of God, we won states, man. But it was a special team, and like I said earlier, you had a big mix of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had people like Casey Walsh, and Anthony Palazzo, and C.J. Montgomery, and Brad Donahue, Kyle Sappington, Kendall, Benny, right? Mark, people that they unified them. We loved each other.
We
loved each other. Let me tell you something, man. They're still my best friends to this day. And I don't know if we were the toughest or whatever, but man, you know them Bennett dudes are hard, right? Where we whooped their ass just because that's how much we loved each other.
Right. I don't really junior year. I ain't look at too many teams that say they can beat us.
Look, is that
You
Dink
know
on
what I'm
there? Yo, let me tell you something. Dink's a bad cat. Yo, let me tell you, I ain't never seen anybody shifty like Dink.
Yeah.
And his boys playing right now. Yeah,
Facts.
I love Dink.
Man, Dink come up a lot on the joints. When we talk about that football, we talk about the kid of football, man. Dink gonna definitely pop up. Because he definitely was,
Let me
he
tell you
definitely
something.
was,
I never saw anybody. I never saw anybody as shifty as Dink. Like no one ever hit Dink clean, man, because he was that smooth.
Hell yeah. I don't remember too many popping him. For real.
Yeah.
But that junior year, though, we don't get into that. You had Kyle Savington in the Maryland College Park. Benny, of course, went to Auburn.
Yeah.
Matt Malloy went to the Navy.
Yo, let me tell you something. Matt Malloy, because what we talk about, all the great running backs, right? Because there's so many.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One time I gave my top five. I've never disrespect anybody, but
right.
You're my top five. So you got mad with me, and there's so many people.
So what's your top five?
My top five?
Yeah, top five. What you went top five running backs? So that's what y'all was talking about?
Yeah, I was talking about.
So let's hear Bobby Hammond's top five.
In no order?
Yeah. No order, just top five.
So I gotta do Little Benny, Big Benny.
Okay.
All right.
You doing all times?
Yeah, I'm doing all time.
Okay.
I got a Little Benny, Big Benny.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta put Kendall in there. I gotta put Shock in there. And then who's the other cat?
Cortez Fluke.
Right. But listen, there's so many, like. But listen, I gotta tell you.
But all time, that's a mean list. Can't too many. People going to put other names in there, but can't nobody really be mad about that list. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I gotta tell you, whatever you want to do, you can't leave Kendall off the list. And pound for pound, Benny will tell you the hardest hitting kid.
Listen, hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick, right? First year ever playing football, ever, freshman year in high school. I think it's me and Kendall. We about to go up, head up, whatever. You know how you ever see the memes with the little puny kid? He be counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like I'm big dog, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Fuck, I gotta go get Kendall. Like, bro, I had, you know what I'm saying? Like every time me and Kendall hit, bro, he smacked this shit. Like I'm like, bro, like he's small. You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, I'm looking at him, we in gym class, this, that, and the thing. I'm like, this nigga cut like a bag of dope. Like, yo, he really, and he wrestled pigs. You know what I'm saying? Good old country boy, Bishopville. So yeah, so he really was, man. Kendall was athletic. He could dunk that size. He could dunk. People think I be capping. Like, no, Kendall was dunking in gym class. I remember my senior year, we throwing oops to each other all year, bro. Just in gym class, just trying to dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let me tell you, my dad he would make me go against Kendall in the gauntlet. Like,
oh yeah, you got to try. You had to try.
Dad would say, he pulled me out and make me go against Kendall. Like, your ears be ringing. But yeah.
One thing I want to see if you remember this. All right, so my freshman year, my freshman year, I wanted to play quarterback. My freshman year, they didn't let me play. They wanted me to play fullback, linebacker. I was cool. All right. So my sophomore year coming into it, I was gonna play quarterback. Me and Bobby are outside in the summertime, throwing the ball, trying to get the ball in the trash. I think it's like 20, 30 yards from us, trying to throw a ball in the trash can for a case of Gator. You remember that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like real live, man. Like Coach Tate, you feel me? Like we was out there with him. Then Bobby, reminded me of my scar I got on my arm. You can't see it, but I had a scar on my arm. We in 8th grade, middle school, I think, 8th grade, 7th grade, one of them. Where everybody was doing the tattoo with their erasers. We laughing about that earlier, man. So, like, Bobby really been around. When you talk that, who been around? Like, Bobby really been around. Been around for a while, doing this thing, man. So, life after high school. So, before I get into, like, the real life after high school, I want to talk to you about 2009, okay? Think back of 2009. You took any trips in 2009, any vacations? Probably Hawaii to a beach. In 2009. So listen, Bobby, when you think of Bobby Hammond, you think of, you know what I'm saying? Go hard, you know what I mean? Italian boy, you feel me? Like, Yes, sir. Bobby was the one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how they do the little joke about the barbecue? Who come to Bobby coming to the barbecue? He coming to the cookout. Bobby Hammond is coming to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Hey, straight up. So it's this famous pictures you took in 2009 where you got I'm not gonna call it a G-string, but you had a bikini, the Speedo bottom. My man had a famous photo shoot. You know what I'm saying? I was digging because I'm looking. First of all, he don't take no pictures by himself. He always got the homies with him. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I love about Bobby. He always incorporate the homies, man. He got the homies with him. You know what I'm saying? So what was going on? What was going on? Like, what was going My man had Speedos on. Like, what was going on? This is 2009.
Listen, I gotta tell you, I was boxing. I was in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
And when you feel in great shape, sometimes
You're feeling yourself.
Smoke it if you got it.
Yeah. My man was on his drip. My man was really on his drip. That was, yeah, him and his man, like, it was him and his homeboy, they taking, like, crazy ass pictures, bro. Like, it was some nut ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, it's Bobby, so we're not going, you know what I mean? Bobby can do that. You know what I'm saying?
He still wears the Speedo. He still wears the Speedo. Listen, when I go to Italy,
Hey, yo.
If you wear, listen, I go to Italy, right? And I wore a normal bathing suit on the beach.
Right.
On the beach. And the kid goes to me and goes, perché tu hai pantaloni alla spiaggia? He goes, how come you got pants on at the beach?
Huh.
I said, these ain't pants. He goes, you know, tu sembri strano. He goes, you seem strange, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when in Rome, and I gotta tell you, he put that Speedo on.
It was the Romans do. Hey, if I ever go, no sir.
Yo, listen, you would love Italy, buddy.
Yeah, I would
You
probably.
wear Speedo, you like it?
Yeah, no Speedos, but I would love Italy. Yeah, no, without the Speedo. You feel me?
Yeah.
But yeah, so life, you know, when we any athlete, all my athletes, you know, when we in school, you know what I'm saying, we don't think it's never a plan B. You know, they always tell you have a plan B, but then like I tell my daughter, like having a plan B is like saying I'm not gonna make it to plan A. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be really, really careful on how you tell kids to always have a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to shoot them down from their first dream, their first love. But you need to tell them to always have something to comfort what you got going on. So that's not always gonna last forever. Regardless if you even do go pro, it's not always gonna last forever. You gotta break it down differently. But anyway, plan B, being an athlete coming off the shore, sometimes you don't have a plan B, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then once you don't have that plan B, you get in this whirlwind where it's like you just end up doing wild nut ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So life ain't really sweet for none of us. You know what I'm saying? If you're an athlete coming out of, especially coming out of Decatur where athletes get treated like royalty, especially when you're on the football team, wrestling team, maybe soccer, probably field hockey, anything but a basketball team, you don't get treated like royalty. You know what I'm saying? So like coming from that, it's hard to steer you away, but he did it, you know what I'm saying, with the help of his dad. So all you people out here that's watching, that's gonna watch, you know what I'm saying, you got kids, make sure you always in their life constantly. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't be there for everything, be there for the important things. You dig what I'm saying? That's something I always try to talk. You know what I mean? I always try to be about my damn self. You know what I mean? I show up to everything. I'm gonna be a coach. I'm gonna do whatever. Like fuck, I'm here. You know, I'm that dad. You know what I'm saying? So leaving high school, you had your ups and downs like everybody do.
You know, real quick about that, when you say, you know, the plan A and the plan B,
Mm-hmm.
you know, let's say someone is a football player, right?
Right.
The way I like to say is you're someone who plays football, but God's mission for you is greater than that. You're not a football player.
Yeah, you just play. You happen.
Listen,
You're talented.
You have a special gift.
Yeah.
And you should have lots of special gifts.
Facts.
So you have a special gift at playing football. That doesn't make you just a football player. Because once the football is gone,
what you gonna do then?
What? Then your identity's gone?
Nah,
right?
you still that.
Player,
Yeah.
but you're also Mark Dennis.
Right. Big
Like,
facts.
I look at Ben Tate, right? I call him Benny still, little Benny.
Mm.
And I got to tell you, man, I'm so proud of Benny because even after football, you know, he did great things.
Right.
He made great investments. He's a great businessman. He got a great mind. You know, and if you have to diversify like anything, like when you're invested in stocks, you don't put everything in one pot.
Right.
You don't put all your eggs in one basket. You diversify and you plant lots of
Mhm.
seeds because lots of them are going to grow and they're going to bring you things back. Let me
Exactly.
tell you another thing. People ain't rooting for you.
Oh, hell no.
Yo, Mark,
Especially not where you're at.
Mark, let me tell you something. I got to tell you. Outside of Benny's family, like his mom and his dad, I'm his biggest fan,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And Doc will tell you, no one would get more mad than me.
Mhm.
Because listen, I thought, and Benny will tell you I'm not.
Yeah.
I always thought everybody had big hearts, right? Like we're rooting for the hometown guy, and I go. You gotta say, Benny would tell me, Bob, it ain't like that.
It's not.
Because I would try to see the best of people.
Facts.
Benny, man, you're so jaded, you're wrong, right? But he was right. Everybody, and people weren't rooting for him. He was the hometown guy. You know, so in life, go out there. You're not one thing, and people make mistakes. And if you're not willing to fail, you'll never be anything great. Sometimes you got to fall on the face.
And see, and even with the hometown thing, right? So we're gonna go to that. So with Benny, like, and I'm glad he said what he said when I asked him where you from. Like, he got family down here, but he lived in Salisbury. He lived down here and he lived in Salisbury.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably times in Delaware probably for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but for y'all to get mad or not root for him because he's not from, or he didn't do this, or he didn't do that, that's the same thing. Like, hey, I listen to Meek Mill's album, Spencer Payne. Like, that, you know what I'm saying? It's the same shit he talking about. Like, because I tell you no, because I didn't do something for you, is forget me. Like, nah. Like, I was cool with Benny not having a Benny Take Day parade in on our side of town. Guess what he did on the other side of town? You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be ecstatic about that. Benny Tate had a parade in Berlin, bro, in the town of Berlin, bro.
But Mark, you know what it is more?
You know what I'm saying?
More than even that, I don't think it. Chime in. I don't think it's what Benny did or didn't do. I think it's a mindset that an envious mindset.
Yeah, yeah.
If someone makes it, right? If someone makes it,
Right.
it's not good for them. We should all root for each other.
Facts.
Because you think it's a crab pot mentality. I was talking to Adrian about this the other day. It's a crab pot mentality. And if you ever watch crabs in a crab pot, when one crab's trying to get out, the other crab's pulled back in.
Facts.
For what reason? If that crab gets out, it has no effect on if you get out or not. You should root for people to do better. You should support them. And it's that mindset that's got to change first.
Yeah, you should, but
but you know what I mean.
when people are small minded and they look at the geographical thing and everything, like that's how it's gonna be. Like, but I will feel more like if people acted like that. If I made it to them, if people acted like that on me, yeah, you should, cause I'm really, you know what I'm saying. I'm really, like. Well, I remember Benny being out there, but at the same time, it's like I can't get mad at Benny because he got his own shit going on. He got whatever he got going on. He got his own. Like, bro, it's like point blank, yo, people hate shit for stuff they don't know, or they hate for what they don't know. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know nothing about a person, or you don't really, you know what I'm saying, you gonna hate on them. Like, and then about you being naive, like I don't feel like you really naive. It's a fact, bro. You got a heart of gold, bro. When you got a heart of gold and you try to see the good in everybody, you're not gonna see nut shit. But then when you do see nut shit, you be like, damn, he been doing that the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
It took me back, and Benny told me to be like that. But I'll tell you what, the way I look at it, and even though there's always going to be people that hate, right? Like just you said it. When someone from here makes it, when they win, I feel like I'm winning.
Fact.
I don't know nothing more than Worcester County.
Nah, for real.
So when someone makes it, right? Like, you remember Ryan Shank?
Yeah.
Ryan Shank is crushing it. When Ryan makes it, dude, it makes me so happy.
What have you been up to now?
Ryan started a whole bunch of businesses. He sold them, and he's just
Yo, Ryan, shout out to Ryan Shank, our first class reunion, bro. He the only one that recognized me. You know, everybody don't remember they don't know the dreads and all that. You know what I'm saying? But he the first. He let me Marcus Dennis. I was like, yeah. Everybody flooded over there. You feel what I'm saying? Real love. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing about my class. I can say that about my class, 2006. I don't know about your class, whatever class you went at, '06. You know what I mean? We definitely did fuck with everybody. You dig what I'm saying? Like, everybody for. I knew somebody that was on Preppy Road. I know somebody that was on the Redneck Road. I saw nobody that was parked in the back parking lot. I know people everywhere. The wrestling team we cool with, the football team, but I knew everybody. We cool with everybody, and that's just how it was. And you feel me? Like you see now. I see now a lot of kids are. That's how they are. It was a little spurt where it was a little tension indicator. But I feel now it's like kids are they being more together. The love day to day. You know what I'm saying? Out in Henry Park, I seen so many black and white people. I love that shit. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You feel me? Show off. Snow Hill, Pocomo, excuse me, Snow Hill, Pocomo. They all together. There's no highway dividing nothing. There's no somebody's here, somebody's there. But here we got it's harder. We got to really do it because you got Ocean Pond, Shaw, Bishopville, Whaleyville. Well, yeah, Whaleyville, right? They go to Cater.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Berlin, Newark, you know what I mean? Wherever. You can't hear Bobby. Hold on, let me see. Can y'all hear us now? You can hear Bobby? You should be able to hear us.
Can you hear us?
Might be a little echo.
Wait, look at Alex on there.
Hmm?
He's a Beville guy.
Oh, yeah. Alex Rick, I ain't seen him in like a minute either.
He got
I
a
ain't seen him in a minute,
beautiful
my boy. Beautiful family. Hey, that's what we doing, making babies. Start, you know what I mean, doing the damn thing, man. So let's talk about the business, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this therapy, man.
So listen. So, like I said, Dad started the business in '98. We were dead broke, right? And you know, things were tough. And you know, my mother and father split up. They divorced. They always remained great friends. But my dad, my sisters went with my mom. I felt like I had to stay with my dad. I didn't think he was going to make it without somebody, right? Because it's lonely, it's broke. The dad had a dream. Okay, he started a business, and it did well. And it did well because Dad always cared about people, and that's how he told me. He said, "If you take care of people and you do the right thing, God will give it back to you." And we did that, right? And then this past year, we sold to another company, a nice company, Phoenix. I still run it, but you know, I made out well. And you know, it's important, Mark. It's important to start businesses because we're not meant. And I want you guys to listen to me. We're not meant to work 9 to 5s our whole life. You understand?
Wow.
There's a famous Stoic philosopher, and he says, life is not short. The only reason it seems short is because we waste most of it. You know, and working is very commendable. You know what I mean? We do what we must.
Right.
I'm not saying it's not right to work a 9 to 5, an 8 to 5. I'm just saying that there's ways to get out of that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
and with business, you know, since we're on a black podcast, I'm going to talk about it because
Right.
Doc will tell you over there. Doc's sitting over there. That I have lots of talks with him, and him and Benny. They're like my brothers. They were some of my groomsmen.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't mean to get sidetracked, but I'm gonna talk about. You understand? When I grew up here, you talking about we all grew up together.
Right.
You have to understand that when I grew up, like when my parents divorced, like the people I sat with at lunch, and I'm like alone, like you know, you don't have a lot of people. Well, like were you and Kendall and you know, like we're talking about Jack Purse, right?
Yeah.
But I grew up with a lot of people, and a lot of, you know, Black Americans were influential on me. Okay, so
Right.
I grew up. The Tates always took care of me. Coach Homer was very influential in my life.
Right.
And then as I get older, right, some of my dearest friends, like I think of my dad's in the hospital, right? And his nurse is Brittany Lockwood.
Yeah.
And she calls and she checks in with me and she's taking care of my dad. When my dad's sick and on his deathbed, the first person that came to sit with me, because you're alone, like choking up a little bit, is Dean Burrell. Because he sees me.
Shout out to Dean.
You know what I mean? So like it's things that you never forget. So when I look, right, and because it's one thing for me to say, yeah, I love Black people, right?
Yeah.
Because I do.
Right.
I do.
Right.
And Italians, we got a little bit of
Yeah.
African
Awesome muscles.
No, for real, Doc can tell you. We do, right? So But it's another thing to say you love someone and not do anything. It's two different things. If I said I love you,
Yeah.
and I don't share how we made it, right?
Right.
So it's important to start businesses. You understand? It's important to start businesses. And when you look in Worcester County, black-owned businesses with shops, there's not many of them. You know, we had Dorian's Barbershop. I don't know if he's there no more, right? Because he's got the mobile thing. But then, you know, we got Aaron over there in Westo. He does the tech. But I don't know too many. You know, so when I talk about business, it's important to start your own businesses.
Right.
And I don't know if anyone's out there, but, you know, they have this thing called minority-owned businesses, right? And you get certified in it. And I hope you guys will listen to it. If you get certified in it, right, and you get classified as a minority-owned business, you know the government has to have so many of them? Like, they have to contract their work out to so many minority-owned businesses, which is why a lot of people put their business in their wife's name because it's a female, right? And kudos to them. But if you have a black-owned business, and let's say, for instance, right, let's say you got a concrete business, and so now you got this concrete business. What I would do, if I was a black owner, I would get this, okay, and I would go to all state businesses and bid on their jobs.
Right.
Because they have to use you.
Right.
You feel me? And with that comes, you know, you save on taxes. You'll never get ahead in a 9 to 5 unless you invest a certain way.
Right.
But also, Mark, the black community got to support each other. And I told you, I'm gonna say some real stuff.
Yeah, talk to them.
Okay?
Talk to them.
I'm gonna say
And
some real stuff.
Don't get in your back because it ain't me saying.
Listen,
Talk to them.
listen, and I feel like I could say because I'm saying it with a pure
No,
heart.
yeah,
So
no, for real.
So I hope I don't get my invite taken away to the barbecue.
No, you coming with me. What are you talking about?
You know, I can tell you, I talked to a lot of people. Like I said, growing up, another person, Gator up in Salisbury, one of my favorite people, man. We grew up in the boxing gym. He's older than me, but we talked about this along with Benny. The black community, right? You think of that crap pot mentality. When someone makes it, we should support black-owned businesses.
Facts.
Okay, so there's what, Doc, what is it, a dollar store over there? And is it Dollar General in Berlin?
Berlin?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Right? Black people should support black-owned businesses. Doc, hand me that book over there. So I got to tell you, I love to read, okay? And anybody will tell you, I love to read. And I remember this one time, my buddy Colodro told me, this is a very Sicilian name. He's Sicilian. They're a little different from the Italians.
Yeah,
and I'm part Sicilian. We're a little
different.
different. I remember he told me because he's from up in Boston. He's talking about Malcolm X, right? I was like, man, Malcolm X is a little harsh. And he said, Bobby, think about it. If Sicilians, right, they're blacks, and you had a person sticking up for Sicilians, wouldn't you like them to? He said some good stuff, right?
Right.
And he said, we're not going to agree with everything someone says.
Yeah,
He said, but
right.
the majority said was good things, right?
Right.
And so you got to support black-owned business. One of the best books I ever read is Elijah Muhammad's Message to the Black Man. And he talks about how to build black businesses. I got to tell you, so many people don't know about this book. Now listen, it's one of the best books I ever read. Okay, and you look at a lot of communities, and they support each other. Like one of the best communities I ever saw, I went up to Reisterstown. It's the Jewish community. Jewish people support other Jewish people. They pick them up when they're down, and they support their businesses. Right. So, like, I go back to the dollar store in Berlin, the Dollar General. If you opened up a dollar store in Berlin, would people come to you at the black community, or would they still go to the Dollar General? What do you think?
They ain't coming.
Right?
They
Why?
ain't coming. I mean, hold on. Let me rephrase that.
No, I'm not saying.
If it's me, I think they coming because I feel like I'm different. If it's me, I think I'm coming. But if a random black person just come to Berlin and they set up shop and got Dollar General, they're not going. Like we don't care. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But here's the thing: that Dollar General, when you stop at that Dollar General, it leaves your neighborhood.
Yeah.
It doesn't stay around.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
You think they invest in Flower Street?
Yeah, hell no.
Huh?
At all.
Doc, you think they invest in Flower Street? No, they don't invest in Flower Street, right? the dollar leaves the black community, I think, in like 36, 48 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, in other communities, it stays there. Black people need to invest in other black businesses. But let me tell you something else. It's hard to start a business, which is why whatever I could do to help people, I will.
Right.
Because I'll tell you, it's a pain in the ass to start a business. There's a lot of regulations, and it's set up that way for a reason. They ain't making it easy to start a business.
Right.
You understand? The more regulations, the harder it is to start a business.
Right.
You know, and then you got to get councilmen to approve your stuff. I don't know if you've seen councilmen around here. They ain't approving your stuff, buddy. You know, they ain't approving your stuff. You know, and it's not all of them, because there's a lot of good people here.
Right,
you know,
right.
I don't ever want to make it like white, because there's a lot of good people here, the majority.
Right.
But you know, black people need to start businesses. You need to go. You got to research it, because listen, I don't know, right? I've only done ever one type of business. I was fortunate enough to have my father help me.
Right.
But you got to research it. You got to see what you could do with the minority-owned business. You got to get the federal contracts. But you got. I'm telling you, black people could do it, and I'll support them.
Facts.
Right? I always put my
You
money-
got to celebrate your culture too.
Yeah.
You know, I drove up to Boston, right? I drove up to Boston, stayed one night, and there was like Italian festival going on.
Yeah.
And Bobby was like, "Oh man, it's the best thing I've ever been to."
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, here in Berlin, we don't even do nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I go to Georgetown, and it's like, you know, they got the
You got
the Hispanic festival.
Yeah. And
You know,
it's a
then you
good
go to
thing to celebrate
Berlin.
your culture.
You know, and we trying to get something together for like Juneteenth.
Yeah.
You know, and
Can we
you
talk
know,
about that, Mark?
Yeah.
So we got Berlin has to celebrate. You know, us.
Yeah. So
You know.
So check this out. With you look at a lot of Italians have Italian culture, right?
Right.
And we sell it. There's nothing wrong with celebrating your culture. Italians are proud to be American, but it's okay to celebrate your culture.
Facts.
Now, here's the thing. When I get upset when people are like, you know, when you hear people say, well, how come we can't have white pride? Well, there's no such thing. The reason black people have black pride is because we robbed them from, I shouldn't say we, my family did.
Yeah.
My family came over here in 1910.
Yeah.
But black people have been robbed from their culture.
Exactly.
Because they came over here. You don't know whether you're from Nigeria,
Don't know shit
Congo,
about shit.
right? You don't know nothing. So we celebrate black pride because it's been stripped, right? So to celebrate black pride, and again, I think Doc made a very good point. Juneteenth is a great day to celebrate it because it's the day where blacks are truly liberated here, right? So something like, and Mark and Adrian did a great job with Henry Park over there. And I feel like every Juneteenth, that's when we should celebrate. Have an official day to celebrate black culture.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Big festival. And listen, I'll help donate to that.
They don't on the other side of 113.
Yeah, and they're
So,
doing it.
you
And they're
know.
doing it Salisbury. Like one thing about, and I had to rant 2 Sundays ago when I was telling y'all, like, we got to go talk to them councilmen, man. We got to go sit in the meetings. We got to be heard. We got to be seen. If we not seen, we not heard. We not trying to make no progress. We not trying to move. Then what the hell we doing? Like even me trying to start my little thing going on, and I want to teach kids how to get bank accounts and good credit and just stuff like that and stock market. Try to holler at Mr. Marks, see if he can slide through, teach kids how to do stock market. Like, I want to do that. So just in case you go the wrong way, you still got the right thing, the right tools, so you're not gonna even play in that too long. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give them more than what was seen. Like last night, I'm talking to Craig Smack, one of my homeboys. You feel me? We talking. We with another person, Tyron, which is older than us. And he told us, like, he talking to us. We all talking like the people older than us. No knock to them, but they ain't give a damn about us. The drugs was cheap. They getting drugs. They hustling. They wasn't worried about what we doing. They don't care that I'm shooting layups at Henry Park. I'm shooting jump shots, or we out here trying to get into something. We sneaking in. They don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? We care, so we try and do that. The game's different. The game's done. It's done. It's finito. You know what I'm saying? We got to get out here and push the culture, make things different. Then, like he's saying, celebrating like they do Juneteenth in Salisbury. You know why we don't do nothing in Berlin? Because we don't go to the council meeting. Black people, it's one thing for you to say, hey, y'all can do this, y'all can do that. But how many gonna be like, hey, we can do this, we can do that? You dig what I'm saying? Like, who gonna pop up? Like, even during the courts, like, when I said something about black people, I'm not talking about every black person. I'm not talking about the ones that live Ocean Pines now or Salisbury now, but you're from Berlin, or you live here, live there, or even if you don't live on a Bay Terrace, Flower Street, I don't care if you wasn't out there to paint. But the people that live on Bay Street, Flower Street, 9 times out of 10, you work a seasonal job, you get off at 3, 4 o'clock, you have kids. Could have came out there, man. That's what it's for. But if we don't do these things, we won't come out. We won't try to do more than what we got going on. We're going to be in the same spot. We're just going to be listening to these good ideas, talking about these good books that we not going to read. You dig what I'm saying? And we're just going to be like, Bobby was talking some knowledge on the podcast. Are you going to do it? We talk knowledge on here all the time, but are you going to do it? We got to do it.
But look, here's the thing. Don't wait for council to. Well, you need a council to approve of Juneteenth? You don't need nobody to approve. Listen,
I mean, kind of.
Listen,
kind of.
Listen,
It's like a party's like
listen. I'll go to the council and say, hey, we're going to get Juneteenth. You know what I mean? So someone else will look. You go get it. You just get people to show out. That's what you do. You know what I mean? Look, but you make it for everybody.
Right.
The old heads. You know what you do? Look, you get all tents over. You have big barbecues going. So I'll tell you what, soul food. Black people got great food. Right. Yeah. Black people got great food, brother. Yeah. You go get some soul food with tents coming around. You raise the money. Maybe you get on the edge with Smitty to come out.
Yeah,
Sings a little bit of Luther for the old heads from 1 to 3 to have fun.
Yeah.
And then maybe from 3 to 5 we get Wax to come out.
Facts.
And then we get a basketball game with all the people, right?
You gonna play?
No, I'm just invited to the cookout. I'm watching. It's easy to do. You just got to raise the money. It's easy to do. But you said something earlier that I want to talk about. You're talking about investing, right?
Yeah.
Now listen, this is not financial advice. So I got to say that. It's not financial advice. You get in trouble when you give financial advice. You're not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm going to tell you what I would do, right? Again, not financial advice. Investing is so important. If you look at how the dollar gets weaker, right? So let's say you got a $10,000 in your bank account and you just sit on it. The buying power of that $10,000 goes down over time, okay? It goes down because the more money they print, and when they print money, it's like stealing your time.
Right.
Because it devalues the dollar, okay? No, for real, it's like modern day slavery when they print money.
Crazy.
No, I'm spitting game right now, so I hope people listen. So you have to invest, and they've made investing so easy now, like Robinhood and stuff. But again, not financial advice, but me. What I've done is I believe in cryptocurrency. It's going to be the greatest gains you can make in your lifetime to create wealth. So let's say you put $10,000 in there. Let's say it goes up 5 times. Now you've made $50,000. Okay? It would take you, if you're just working, that might save you a year on your life. And then that 50,000 keeps growing and growing because it's new technology. It's going to change the world. And again, you might lose it, but this is my belief. You're not going to invest in cryptocurrency. Invest in something. But don't spend your money on frivolous things, and make sure you invest it in smart things. And if you leave it there, the money will grow.
Right.
The money will grow. Even if it goes down immediately, you leave it there 5 years, you'll be happy in the long run. And that's how you create wealth. So if you're working at 9 to 5, just consider it like taxes. Take 10% of your paycheck, put it into that, forget about it. Look at it in 5 to 10 years. It's easy, man. Download Robinhood or something, and maybe consider that.
Something else, hey, Craig, bro, there's something else you were talking about, my boy. You feel me? And it's crazy, man. Everybody, people in my age bracket, mid-30s, early 30s, we to a point right now where it's definitely gotta have another one of them. But people in our age brackets, like we getting, it's like we know we're adults now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy we had to wait till it's like 30 something, but like now it's like, man, I can do what the fuck I can do what I want to do. Like, bro, I just seen on vacation, honeymoon/vacation.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like my man's out there living life, like out there eating pizza. You know what I'm saying? Eating different type of flavor. You know what I'm saying? No American food, bro. Like you over there living life. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Like I got somebody I want to talk to. Guy that I work for, you know what I'm saying? He went to Worcester Prep. I never met nobody who went to Worcester Prep. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about when I sit down and talk to him, just the difference between a private school and a public school. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, and people say I'm out of pocket, but like to me, going to school is like being in jail. You're institutionalized. Like they tell you when to go to lunch. They tell you how to do this. They tell you how to do that. Tell you when to do this.
Tell you when you gotta go to the bathroom.
When you gotta go to the bathroom. Shit we learning is not really. I mean, some of it's good to learn, some of it's good to know. Some of it's like, why the hell am I learning this? But in private school, they might be telling you, hey, you might have a class for how you run a business, or you might your AP classes might be a little different than a public school AP class. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, I just want to talk to them and talk the differences. But I got a couple names on my.
Real quick, the school makes good employees. I don't think it makes good entrepreneurs.
Yeah, good employees and good people, inmates.
Exactly. But and again, we had great teachers, but I think the old school system, eventually with technology and all, I think it will eventually become obsolete.
Oh yeah.
I do. I truly.
For real, I wish kids could go home, be at home, and go to school, bro. Like,
I don't even know about that, but there's certain. Look,
I do.
But look,
crazy.
But look, there's certain curriculums that you could, do homeschooling with. It's just hard because when people are working, like I know my parents couldn't have ever done it, but you can pick your own curriculum, like you're talking about, investing, creating credit, and all that other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You find curriculums that will help you do that. Because I know I did marine biology. I don't ever use marine biology.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I guess it's something good to know, though.
But is it better to know credit?
But maybe, maybe if you was going into that field, then that's a good.
But it shouldn't have been a priority.
Facts, though. Yeah, like you don't need that to graduate. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. Like you bullshit like that. Like it's nutty, but I mean, life gonna throw you curveballs. School gonna do the same. So that's one thing I say school is good for. Is show you how to live. Like navigate through life. Yeah, it's always gonna be the popular crowd. It's always gonna be the sports folk. It's always gonna be the poor kids, the rich kids. It's always gonna be like that.
Popularity is all bullshit anyway.
Yeah, popular in politics. When you're a Decatur, one thing about being a Decatur, that's what you know. Politics and being popular, popularity, like.
End of the day,
bro, that's I hate that shit, bro. Like. It be so many things, situations going I don't speak about, I don't say nothing about. I know I was the one that popped that off. You know what I'm saying? I know the people that really started this, or we really did this. But I just be like, fuck it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all gonna give the credit to who y'all give the credit to. And that's what it is. We gonna keep grinding, keep working. We gonna keep doing what we do. So, I mean, talk more about the family business. And I call it a family business because your dad started that out in 98. And you working there, you got Doc with you, Doc your brother. I mean, like, since Doc been in, for real, bro, like, since Doc been in school, like, with us, bro, that's all I know is, like, he been with y'all. Like, he the young boy.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? I don't know
it's not about popularity. It's about loyalty. Loyalty is everything.
Popularity is bullshit. But, you're talking about the business. Doc and I went to school together. Mm-hmm. Doc's a smart cat. Helped me build the business. Surround yourself with good people. Right. And when you surround yourself with good people, you got to take care of your people. Mm-hmm. In another book, listen, whoever wants to do well in life, I don't know who's watching the podcast, but if there's one book I could recommend you read, and it'll change your life, it's Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People. He talks about how to deal with people and how to take care of your people. And Mark, let me tell you something. There's nothing special about me. You hear me? Not one thing. There's nothing special about me. I'm not the smartest. I'm not the brightest. I'm not the most handsome. The only thing about me that made me do well in life is that I surrounded myself with people that were better than me. You feel me?
Right.
It's the only reason I made it. Because I was smart enough. If I didn't know something, my dad and I, we brought in people that knew. And we took care of them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
You know how you supposed to, yeah.
You know, if we didn't have to do something, we brought in people that could do it better. And we made them part of the team. But then we took care of them. You got me? So that's what's important. When you start a business, you take care of people. Read that book. I promise you, it'll change your life.
Man, read these books, man. Read these books. You know what I'm saying? So another thing, right? So with the business, like y'all started off. I remember when I went there. I got hurt my freshman year of high school. Went there. You know what I'm saying? What's the name of that book?
Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Say it one more time.
Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. You can get it on an audio book. You can get it on a regular book, but it's an easy read. My dad made me read it once a year. You should read it once a year. I've been reading it since I was 15 years old. It'll change your life, and if nothing else, it'll just make you a better person. I promise you.
Facts. Oh yeah, Accurate Clean Exterior Services. You know we gotta have you out there, my boy. Thank you for sliding through tonight. You know what I'm saying? So there's a couple names I want to just put out there. I'm gonna do them in different groups though.
Yeah.
The first three names I'm gonna name is and I want a quick little 5 seconds after I say these names. Ricky Peterson.
Ricky, man.
Justin White.
Real quick, Ricky though, man. You'll find nobody got a bad word to say about that guy.
At all.
And rest in peace. The same, Justin White. Let me tell you something. I was a hermit in college. You talk about how after you leave high school, you're the man. It's hard when you go to somewhere you ain't the man no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I was real secluded. It wasn't real outgoing. Justin took me around and got me out of my shell. Another rest in peace.
Facts. And then the last one, Dawson Twiney.
Oh, buddy. Let me tell you something. I got to raise a glass to Dawson. Nobody better than that guy right there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, let me tell you something. That guy, man, you talk about having a good heart, being invited to the cookout. Mark, that was the guy right there.
Dawson.
Yeah, listen.
Dawson was a wild boy, man.
Yeah, he was wild, dude, right there. You talking about it.
Yo,
listen, I'm telling you, I used to tell Dawson, stop blazing with the team before the game. You see that everybody high. And they were bad dudes, but one of the best people in the whole. He would give you the shirt off his back.
Mm-hmm. And the reason I said these three names, right? Because these are people that all been around Bobby. They all been around me too. I had a relationship with Ricky, Justin, and Dawson. Like Justin, I remember Justin because he's so wild.
Yeah, crazy
Justin,
guy,
he was
right?
wild too. Justin White, he was wild.
Yeah.
Remind me of Steve from
Yeah,
Jackass,
exactly.
bro.
Yeah,
Like, that was my man. Him, I was in class with him, and it was another boy named Caleb. I don't know what the hell Caleb is doing. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing now. It was them two. But then Dawson Twiney, that's my classmate, of course.
Oh, man.
Wow, man, you feel me? Like even when he did like him and a couple of homies, they had like a little whatever they had going on. Like he still kept it 100 though. Like everything was all love. It was all still love. You know what I'm saying? To this day, for real. You know what I'm saying? And Ricky, man, like he said, nobody's gonna say nothing bad about Ricky, man. Like, bro, I don't care what you had going on, what you was doing. Like he was always motivating you, always being encouraging. You know what I'm saying? And he was older than us. You know what I'm saying? But he showed mad love to us.
Listen,
you know
they say only the good. They say only the good die young, and with those three guys, that's the truth, man. Only the good die young. The best guys.
So now these names right here, I'm about to name, and it's crazy because I didn't know yo was gonna be here. He was here for a little bit. These names I'm about to name to you: Brad Donahue, Ben Tate, Kendall Harmon, Dre, Doc Gordon,
That's it.
Mark Blake, Isaac Franklin, Harry Philibon, Trent Collins.
Wait, you gotta slow down. Because listen, I gotta just give me 10 seconds each one. Go name one.
All right, Brad Donahue.
Oh, Brad, that's my huckleberry.
He look like he's still in 2006 to this day.
Listen, that's my A1. Brad, let me tell you something. Brad is. First off, we're talking about linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Malloy, outside of Ben Tate, is accolades wise the best player after Ben Tate, because he went on to play. He was all conference and all in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Matt Malloy. Brad Downey is one of the best linemen. We talk about running backs, right? Brad Downey is one of the best linemen ever. I put him up against anybody. Pound for pound, he's a dog.
Yeah, he was a dog. Ben Tate, of course.
Listen, we know Ben Tate, the football player. Ben Tate's like a big brother to me. Whenever I need life advice, Ben is one of the people I call. He's one of the people I ask advice to. And let me tell you something. Ben is a believer in God. He's a good man. And he's been like a big brother to me. He's more than a football player. He's got a great mind. And he was always smarter. He was always a better student than he even was a football player.
Facts. Oh, hey, that boy went through it in driving class.
Yeah.
Kendall Harmon.
Oh, dude. Listen, Kendall still, let me tell you something. Kendall will still, you gotta understand, these people are my family. Like, UCC's on there.
Mm.
Kendall will just pop up in my house. Yeah, just walk in.
He drinking.
Yeah.
My man drinking JMO.
Yeah.
I'm on the dude say we had some wine earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Kendall is one of the baddest dudes, and pound for pound. But I'll tell you what, as good as a football player is, he's a better father than he was a football player. Great dad, great friend, great guy, man.
All right. We got Doc.
Doc
Gordon.
Doc is my brother from another mother. Yeah, I mean, if you said, Bobby, pick someone you got to go into hell with, right? And you got to bet. I pick Doc, man. Every time I pick Doc, he's the most loyal friend. He will die for you. I mean, outside of I got big mean ass dogs out there.
Mm.
Doc's more loyal than them. I mean, he got my social security number, the code to my safe, all my stuff. Right. He's the most loyal person, man, and I love him, and I would die for him.
Right. Then you got the teammates, Mark Blake.
Let me tell you, Mark had great hands. Mark's very underrated. I'll tell you what, Mark's a bad dude.
His son got hands too, man.
Yeah?
His son got hands too,
serious?
man. Shout out to my big dog, man, number 11.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's how we talking about 8 years, number 11.
Yeah, Mark, let me tell you something. Mark was all business. He wasn't a big hoorah guy. I'm in there getting hyped.
Yeah, he cool.
Listen, Mark catch a touchdown? Yeah, just throw it back to the ref and off the side. I'm over there like getting hyped.
Yeah.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. Hey, for real, he get a little hype when his son scored, yo. That's the most emotion I ever seen him have.
He'll crack a little smile.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Isaac Franklin.
Oh, man. I love it. I've never been around Isaac and not smile.
Yeah,
Isaac,
he's a funny guy.
Isaac is one of the nicest guys, man.
Yeah.
He's a tough dude, great wrestler.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice.
So was Harry on there, man.
Yeah, Harry Phillip. I don't know where Harry at, what he doing right now, but if you ever see this episode, man, I hope you're doing good, man. That was a good friend. Absolutely. Good guy, man. Definitely a good guy. Latrey Collins.
Oh, man. So let me tell you something. When my dad got kicked out I went to Indian River, Latrey came with me. Mm-hmm. And, man, let me tell you something. Latrey is a beast, a great dude, and another great wrestler, man. And just, I see his boys wrestling and all.
Yeah, man, that boy athletic, man. His son just athletic, period.
Yeah, good, just a good dude.
You know what I'm saying? So, another thing I want to talk, since I named all these names, you know what I'm saying, I want to talk about friendship, you know what I mean, in life. Like, you all giving, like, you giving friends in life, you know what I'm saying? And it was just, what's crazy, because before I'm writing this stuff down, I wrote this down Friday, all right? Today is Sunday, Love Day. I seen people I ain't seen in, like, I I don't know how long, bro. I seen my cousin Blair Hall, which is my best friend.
Oh, I love Blair, man.
Growing up,
Big shout
even
out to
till
Blair.
now, that's my best friend, bro. Like real life, we might be night and day, total opposite. I'm a little rugged. He not, you know, he well preserved. I'm out there. You know what I'm saying?
He was another great athlete
Yeah,
too. Great baseball player too.
Facts, and that's my boy. We was talking today and like picked up like I seen him last week, and I ain't seen him since. I don't know when the last time I seen him. We talk like we like, you know.
See, that's what friendship is. Friendship, a real friend. You might not, because when we get older, right? We got kids, we got jobs, we got this. It's hard to always keep in touch. I'm not saying you shouldn't try.
Right.
But there's friends that really love you, man. When you, it's like riding a bike.
Mm-hmm.
When you call Blair, it's like you get back on your bike. It's not a ride.
Right. Yeah, it's the same shit. And a lot of friends like me and Adrian talk about this a lot. Like sometimes like you can't take everybody with you. You dig what I'm saying? But one thing I can say about the friends that you have, everybody was on the same page.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like maybe not everybody wanted to get in the therapy business, or maybe not everybody wanted to be boxing, or everybody wasn't into what you was into. Yeah. But it was all into progression and being better. You know what I'm saying? So
listen,
when everybody want to do that, that's when you can bring everybody with you. You dig what I'm saying?
But listen, here's the thing. Some friends, and this is some real truths. Some friends, not saying that you don't have to be friends with them anymore.
Right.
But there have been friends in my life where I said, hey, I love you, but I got to love you from afar.
Facts.
Because we're not going to the same place. If you want to go to the same place as me, I will take you.
Mm-hmm. But you got to be on the move.
Yeah, but if you're not willing to evolve, because we should evolve.
Yeah.
Right? Sure. You can't be doing the same stuff.
Mm-hmm. At all.
So some friends I had to tell, hey, I love you. Yeah, you could come over for Christmas Eve, Sunday dinner. Mm-hmm. Outside of that, I gotta love you from afar.
Right.
So it's okay to evolve and move on. I'm not saying you gotta not talk to that person.
Right.
But when you talk about friendships, surround yourself with good people. Okay? Because your closest 5 people are a reflection of you. And you want to surround yourself with people that want the best for you. Okay? And another thing is you have to bring in people to your life that are better than you. Because if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong goddamn room.
Facts. Or if you're the richest one in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. Right?
Facts.
Find a different room.
Yeah. So over the years, we're just gonna keep it 100 because we know you happily in your situation right now.
Yes.
We all look at Bobby Hammond. You see him. You know what I mean? High school, he was a stud. All the ladies loved him. You know what I mean? I don't care what race, what nationality. I don't care what school you went to. When you seen Bobby heartthrob, you know what I'm saying? He was on him. You know what I mean? I remember black girls talking about him in his class, all that. Like Bobby Hammond was the man. So we fast forward to now. My man is married. And I always call that another step of manhood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When you get married, you're at another level of manhood. You got now it's not all about you and what you want to do is somebody else. Like you want to go out there. No, I want you to stay in the house with me. Sometimes you got like I'm chilling in the house. But marriage with Katie Hammond, you know what I mean? And a lot of you, if you went to Decatur and you went to school with us, you know who Katie is. You know she's very, very, very funny. You know what I'm saying? Happy-go-lucky. I for real, I forget what class I had with her, but I never seen her mad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good people. The whole time we in school, I never seen her mad. You dig what I'm saying? And she gonna hold a conversation with anybody. She's not one of them. She's gonna hold a conversation with whoever. You know what I mean? She's gonna talk. So talk about this being like marriage. You know what I'm saying? Just stepping into that and what you look forward to.
So we're gonna be real, right?
Yeah.
So being real, I got to tell you, my dad, the best dad, not the best husband.
Right.
You know, and I talked to Benny about this, right? Mm-hmm. You see something growing up, right? And I got to tell you, Italian men had a certain way being promiscuous, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the only example I ever saw growing up. So you think it's okay, right?
Right.
I got to tell you, I was around someone and told me it's not the way it is. And I got to tell you, the most impactful thing
my mom ever said to me, right? 'Cause you know, I love Doc. Just left, right?
Yeah.
Remember, I'm dating somebody, right? And I'm running around. Okay, and she said, would you ever wrong Doc? I said, I would never in my life. Right? So would you ever do something to hurt Doc? I said, never. And my mom said, so why do you think it's okay to do that to someone you love? And dude, it cut me like a knife.
Right.
You know what I mean? She said, if that's your favorite person in the whole world, why would you hurt them?
Right.
So if you want to do it to Doc, so I got to tell you, you meet people in life when it's the right time. You got me?
Right.
Had I met Katie 10 years ago? Because God knew.
Yeah.
It wasn't the right time.
Right.
But now it was because I had to go through those things.
Yeah, little boy running around.
Yo, listen, I had to go through them things. And it's, if I go back and tell my younger self, you know what I mean? I always treated people nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was never a jerk, never like that. You know, I always treated people nice.
Always smiling.
Yeah, right.
Even to the ugly girl, you always gonna smile.
Yeah, listen, I was always, but it would be, give less of yourself away. You know what I mean? And then, because you want to prepare yourself, God wants you to prepare yourself for your wife.
Right.
You got me? So when you talk about marriage, you got to be in the right mindset that, listen, I'm going to live for this person. You know what I mean? I'm going to live for this person. My whole goal is to live for her and my family. You know what I mean? So you got to be in that right state that sometimes she don't want to do something, then I want to do it. It's all about conceding, making compromise, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what life's about.
Well, they say happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, and that's the truth, man. It's about working as a team.
Facts. It's always going to be about that.
It's a 50-50 thing, and that's stuff that, I had many talks with Benny about, and actually Katie's parents, because I never seen a romantic love. I seen a family love, because my dad loves me, he loves my brother over there, loves my sisters, but I never seen two people love themselves. And Katie's parents, because I'm close with her dad, is one of the first people that I've ever seen a couple love each other like that.
Right.
And I wasn't even friends with Katie. I was friends with her dad. You know what I mean? So to see that and to see someone put someone else first, that was a great example. And the fact that I married Mr. Priest's daughter is, it's a great thing. It's a great gift.
So let's get down to the dirt. I'm gonna wear my hat like this real quick.
You turn it around, huh?
So, you're on vacation. Honeymoon.
Italy's great, but real quick. Don't go to Cancun. Go to Italy. All right, you hear me? You save up the money. You want something, the best bang for your buck, you go to Sicily. Okay? And let me tell you something. Matt, bring me one of them heads out of there, the Sicilian heads in the wine room. Sicily, right? And I don't mean to get off track, but this is important.
Right.
This is part of my blood. Sicily, okay, was ruled by the Moors, which were the northern Africans, for 200 years. So there's a lot of Arab influence there, a lot of black influence.
Right.
You know what I mean? You go there, Jesus is black in Sicily, bro.
Yeah, I heard about it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you go to church, Jesus looks like you. He don't look like me.
Real fact, though.
You feel me?
No, for real.
And, when Sicilians came over here, they picked cotton in the fields with blacks. So look, you look here, they have these heads over there, right? And most of them are black, okay? Because the Moors, the kings in Sicily, the rulers were all black. So, and Italians, you go to southern Italy, man, I'm telling you what, save up your stuff. Don't go to go to Sicily. Go to Sicily in August, September, or May. It'll change your life. You'll love it. The best food, the best people, and they love black people. You know why? Because how can you hate something that you are?
Right.
You know, it runs in their blood.
Hey, so don't go Miami.
No, I'm not. I didn't say no, because my dad lives in Miami now. Go to Miami. I'm just saying go to Sicily too.
You know what I'm saying? Big Hammond, dog. Hey, Big Hammond for real. Like he's a boss for real. Like I respect Mr. Hammond, yo, for real lot. Yeah. Anytime I see him, to this day, if I see him to this day, it's gonna be the same love, bro. Yo, always.
And I'll tell you what, my dad everyone was always welcome at our table. White, black, gay, straight, whatever you were. Yo, if my dad didn't like you, it wasn't because of anything other than you were an asshole.
Facts.
You got me?
Facts.
And my dad loved everybody. But let's get to it, because I see you with the hat. I don't want to cut you off.
Bro. So I'll put my hat like this for me. So my man's on vacation, having fun, relaxing, you know, so he wants to unwind, relax, wear his hat to the back. He's not an old head. He's only 33, max. You know what I'm saying? We still young. We still got flavor. You know, he gets a little DM, not even to him, to his wife, which was very disrespectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very disrespectful. And it says wear the hat to the right way, or I don't know if he said the right way or the white way.
No, he said tell that dude to turn his hat and wear it the way the white intended to. Where I come from, that's a piece of shit. A punk.
Facts. So
this is an Ocean City councilman.
So I get to thinking, when Bobby came at me about, Bobby said something to me about, I get to thinking, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Got his hat on backwards, like a punk piece of shit. And I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, so what do you think you're a skateboarder? I'm still really, I'm on some shit like, we think you on some skateboarder shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But then when I really get to think about it, and I just happen to look at a music video, and his hat on backwards. I put my hat on the next day after I talked about it. I put it on like this, and I'm like, yo, he was trying to say some, he was on some slick shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is our councilman, you know what I'm saying? For Ocean City, not for Berlin. I ain't gonna put no dirt on Berlin. We ain't gonna put no smut on Berlin because they definitely pushed the button for us to get the chorus done. We appreciate that. But, you know, Ocean City, you know, they always live by their own rules, their own laws. I call it the good old boy laws. You know what I'm saying? That's just what they on. But for you to make a statement like that, a comment like that's first of all disrespectful because you're talking to a man's wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't talk about another man's to a man's wife. That's disrespectful. Right. So from there, I already know you don't have any morals. Number one. Number two, okay, he's not white. Technically, he's Italian, Sicilian. So technically, okay, he's gonna wear his hat the way he wear it. Okay, whatever.
But even so, anybody wear a hat the way they want.
That's the last thing I was gonna say. You can do it. This is America. You can wear the hat. You can wear your hat the way you want.
And it was an American hat. Listen, I love America because you know what? As messed up as anybody may think we are, we're still the best. I'll tell you what. You go to other countries, no one's as diverse as we are here.
All right.
Yeah. Yo, listen, we got our problems. I gotta tell you. If it's another American talking about problems, I'm like, yo, I will sit down and listen to you. But if it's like a family, right?
Mm-hmm.
If me and my sister are talking about my dad, we could talk. But if someone else talks about my dad,
we ain't doing it.
It's different, right?
Yeah.
Because no one else is as diverse as us. You got me? So when this guy comes talking about the hat, wear it the white way, and I can tell you, a lot of people, and to be honest with you, on that council, called him out, and I was proud of him for that.
Right.
You know, so, you know, like, they're not for it. You got me? Because they all called him out. And he doesn't want to step down. And he said he was hacked. Now, this is what I'm saying, Warren. If you're not strong in your convictions, if that's how that guy felt, right? But then he says he's hacked. You got me? Now you're a punk because you backpedal. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Stand on it.
And stand on it. If I wore my hat that way and I'm a punk and I didn't wear it the white way, you know, and here's the thing. I was going to let it go, right? Because I got to tell you, people said, Bob, and Tristan asked me one time, I see him on there, and he said, Tristan said, Bob, we ever run for mayor? I got to tell you, I really don't like politics because my politics, I'm an independent.
Right.
You know, I'm more libertarian. I got some, you know, different ways because I don't side with either side. You know what I mean?
Right.
because I'm all about helping my community out. You got me? And the thing is, I've never been into politics like that. I got my views, but I've never been in it like that.
Right.
But when I think about letting it slide, right? And I say to myself, well, if this guy has power, we talk about councils and going to get businesses and stuff like that. And I said this on camera, and you could go look it up because I always put my money where my mouth is.
Right.
And people said to me, Bob, let it slide. You're well liked in the community. Just don't make a fuss about it. But I couldn't. I couldn't, and I wouldn't, and I'd do it again the same way every time. Because you know why, buddy? I could turn my head around.
Yeah.
Listen, Mark, I could turn my head around, and everybody would like me. You can't wear the hat the white way. You got me?
Right.
Jess can't wear the hat the white way. Tristan can't wear the hat the white way. Doc can't wear the hat the white way.
And I ain't. Even if I do,
Right.
it still got flavor.
Yeah.
It's still gonna be
Right.
how I do it. You dig what I'm saying?
Because you can't change your skin color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
you always do what's right. So listen, did I make some noise? I made the paper. But you know what bugged me most? Is people came to his aid. And I could show you, because I screenshotted it, saying that if you don't, you're talking about cancel culture. He said, the people on there said, you're soft, you're a punk, you're crying for him to resign. This is the way it is here. If you don't like it, move. Let me tell you something. Damn it, I'm from here. Like you're from here.
Facts.
I ain't fucking going nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to curse. I don't know if that's gonna help me get married, but I ain't fucking going nowhere. You got me? I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, for real.
Be-
And
because-
it should be, if you don't like it, then why don't you run for council? Yeah. Yes, he should.
Yeah.
Yes, he should. As a person that has
Right.
these businesses, as a person that's
Yeah.
very liked in the community, very loved in the community, either one, Ocean City, Berlin, you can do it.
Yeah.
So if you really want him to put his money where his mouth is, he can. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, I don't like the politics.
Yeah.
But anytime you want to get into that, you got
Yeah.
my vote. We gonna do whatever it is. We gonna run it up.
But even more than that, you know what I want? I want to help Black people get in positions of power, because we talked about Malcolm X earlier.
Yeah.
And he's on the interview, and he's saying that because Benny said, he goes, Bob, this is your call. And I said, Benny, well, look at Malcolm X. Malcolm X said, instead of leading Black people, why don't you help Black people in positions of power?
Right. That's
You feel
facts,
me?
though.
So I'd rather help Black
That's
people in
facts,
positions
though.
of power, because how many councilmen in Berlin or Ocean City are Black? And it's no one's fault, because
I can say Berlin got 2.
okay. So
Berlin
listen,
got 2.
so that's good, right?
Yeah.
And there's no one's fault other than we need to help Black people run.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? That's how you make change.
Fact.
So listen, will I run? Yeah, listen. If there no one else runs to take a seat, I'll do it, because I don't like the guy.
Right.
When people say, you talk about cancel culture, listen, I don't like cancel culture, because we should invite other people's views, okay? But when you're a councilman, some shit should be canceled, like racism. You know what I mean? You can't say racist shit.
No, at all.
Okay?
At all.
You feel me? I like to call out culture. I'm not saying, like, let's say you look at the baby, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right. You don't take them off. Let people vote with their dollars.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like what he said, don't buy his stuff.
Right.
But don't take away someone's livelihood.
I mean, then
You know
I
what
mean,
I mean? Because
and like
he's
they
not
said,
public
bro,
figure.
you know how many times that these guys are at a concert and they say these crazy ass shit, and people just like, it's a fucking concert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like at the same time, like with the cancel culture, like and that's crazy, because I was on barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? Like how they trying to say Dave Chappelle, like we're gonna cancel. First of all, you can't cancel nobody with money. So anybody that got their own money, they can make their own moves and do things their way. You can't cancel them. Number 2, I feel like the cancel culture is only popular on Twitter and social media, which is not real life. And then, how can you cancel somebody for having a view on things? I feel like okay, just like Gruden. He said somebody's lips look like tires or something like that. It's not that bad. As soon as he calls somebody the F word, get him out of here. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything should go for everybody. Like, first of all, this generation soft as hell. And we ain't even talking about the kids, talking about y'all adults too. Everybody soft as hell. That's number one. But number two is just, like, if somebody got an opinion, let them have their opinion. Let them rock out. As long as it's not hateful, then it should be valid. As long as we don't want anything hateful. Just, I mean, I don't get down with the, you know what I mean, with that. I don't like that. But I'm not gonna talk down on somebody that's into that. If that's what they into. That don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? How are you as a person? Point blank. That's all it goes to. So the cancel culture, I feel like it's corny.
Yeah, and listen, and there's a couple of different things when we talk about cancel culture. If you're a public servant, you're held to a different standard. Right. You got me? And to answer Tristan's question, he said, how do we prep people to run? Man, if you're a community leader, you run.
Good.
You look at someone like Adrian Bowen, man, you speak your piece, you have to show up to town meetings, you have to go show that you're committed, and then you run. Mm-hmm. And it's as simple as that. You got me? That's it. But, going back to the cancel culture, man, listen, you need people, you can't have people scared to say how they feel. You got me? Because then people are just going to do what they want to do anything anyway and not talk about it. You can't cancel people. Even if you don't agree with them, you can't cancel them. Like, let me tell you something. I have a friend named Brittany Lindsay. Her and I are on the opposite political spectrums. And she is my best friend. I talk to her as much as I talk to my wife. Right. Because you know what it comes down to? It comes down to we both want to help people. We have different ways how we want to help people. You got me? If someone has a different mindset than you, it doesn't mean they hate you. Right. It just means they have a different way to do things.
Like people look at me crazy because I be like, all right, it's crazy we jumping here and it's only right because we on the barbershop talk. We jumping straight to it, straight to barbershop talk, man. So I made a statement one time when I was like when I was talking about Donald Trump. Like, no, I don't want him to be my president, but I don't want Biden to be my president either. Right. And it ain't really have nothing to do with like Democrat, Republicans. Got at the end of the day, I feel like all that shit bullshit. Like a politician's job is to make it sound good. You know what I mean? Like after that, they're puppets. The state. There's more people that got their hands on shit to make. For real, even if you vote and you don't want to vote for whoever, you know what I'm saying? Vote for the laws. Look at the laws you're voting for. Look at the different. There's other stuff on there other than voting for Trump and Biden. You know what I'm saying? There's different laws on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was the voting law. I mean, not the vote, the betting law, the bet on sport and shit in Maryland, the state of Maryland. There's different stuff that you can look at that can change. But we got to start in our community first. That's why I break it down like that. So start with the community, talk to your councilman, go to some council meetings. After that, then we can start bigger. You know what I'm saying? But right now, we got to start where we start at, and that's at home. Then I feel like Bobby and Adrian should run. You know what I'm saying? Adrian definitely should run for Berlin. But with Berlin, also, there's a lot of politics, you know what I'm saying, in that situation. And, like, even with him doing that, like, it's like, where is he going to be presiding over? What zone he's going to have taken care of? Like, what zone does he take care of? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be stepping on people's toes. So it's like, I don't know.
But it's okay because it's okay to try. Even if you don't make it the first time, it's okay to try. Right. Because not everybody wins the first time.
Facts.
And you talk about other, there's a two-party system, right? And again, I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, but, there's other candidates out there, like, Joe Jurgensen was the Libertarian candidate, right? And there's other people to vote for, and it's okay. Like, you're talking about cancel culture. I remember my friend said, well, if you vote for third party, then, you don't care about black people. And it's like, no, these are my views that I think would be best suited to help everybody.
But who,
you know what I mean?
But who would you vote for that would tell you that you care about black people?
Yeah, right.
Because Biden ain't did shit. Like, what's up? Like, let's be 100, man. These people don't give a damn about they give a damn about $1, man. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what this shit's about. It's about $1.
Yeah. And it's,
you know what I mean?
And it's but you know what's even more important? Listen, the presidency, that's all good. Local politics are where it counts. That's why people got to show up for local voting.
Facts.
Yeah.
So it's that part of the episode. I'm gonna ask you. First, I'm gonna ask you a question I ask everybody. I kind of feel like I already know the answer to it. It's who's somebody that gave you a piece of game and they stuck with you throughout life?
Piece of game?
Yeah.
Man, I gotta tell my pops.
Facts. I knew that was coming.
My pops, man. Yeah.
And what's the game? Is it like what was the game? Is it everything he taught you, or was it a specific thing? Like was it one thing, or just everything?
Man, the thing he told me, he said life's gonna be tough. You gotta keep going when it feels like it's almost done. That's when you really gotta work hard. And he said, family, we're all we got.
Facts. And like for the record, you know what I'm saying, talking about it, without even going to like, you know what I'm saying, life ain't always been sweet. Like, I know me, like, just growing up from 2010 to 2016, 17, that was a whole blur to me. You feel me? Like a whole blur. I don't know what Benny was doing. I don't know what Bobby was doing. I don't know what none of my classmates were doing. I just know the people around me, what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I say all that by saying my class reunion's coming up, dog. And I get to see everybody went to school with, everybody doing good, everybody got some type of business, something going on down to Jessica, down to Ryan, down to Toby, down to even Bobby.
Toby got a nice little shop in Berlin.
Yeah, Wyatt Harrison.
Food, Wyatt.
You know what I'm saying?
Black that.
Adrian, Stay Good Apparel, which, you
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean? We got some new flavor coming for y'all. Even though, like, I'm even proud of myself doing this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reunion on the 23rd.
You're more proud of you, man. Keep doing it.
Yeah. And I'm getting it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I pride myself in it. I got people that want to help me get a place for me, or want to help me do this, or give me this, or give me that. And I'm like, I'm cool, bro, when I can afford it. I mean, I do appreciate everything that somebody try to do, help out. And I will take it, but at the same time, it's like, this is something I want to do out the mud. This is my, like, I just want to get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
But first, before we even get to the question, let's talk about CJ real quick.
Yeah.
CJ is another one that's coming to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? CJ,
realest dude.
Listen, CJ, you probably don't remember. Listen, we in either 7th or 8th grade. Lil Bow Wow came out and Ludacris came out. You had the Ludacris CD. I had the Bow Wow CD. I said, "Hey, bro, you trying to trade the CDs, bro?" He was like, "Hell yeah, I fuck with Lil Bow Wow, yeah." Bro, I never gave that CD back. I never wanted the CD back. So, hey, it became a Ludacris, man, because of CJ Montgomery, man. That was my boy, man. He was one of the coolest, man. Big ass. He was strong little youngin'.
Yeah, let me tell you something. CJ, what is your rank? And I hope he writes on there. Let me tell you something. CJ, we already talked about, he's one of the one of the best football players. You know, his brother is one of the only football players to ever be 4-year varsity. His brother was a bad dude too. And I'll tell you one thing about CJ, man. CJ went in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, he definitely did.
He's one of the most. He served tours overseas. He just helped out. Look, he's an E7 gunnery sergeant. CJ, I'm proud of you. I thank you for your service. Let me tell you something. I had one of my dear friends up from Boston who was a Marine. Is a Marine. I should never say was, because once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine.
Yes.
And he's here, and CJ was in town. He was going to see the Twinings. He always comes and he pays his respects. And CJ stopped to have a little glass of whiskey with me. And I introduced them because they're both Marines, right?
Right.
And when CJ says his rank, and this kid, tough Italian kid, a pro fighter, just fought for the title not too long ago, Mark DeLuca. And let me tell you something. He gets on there. When CJ says his rank, he goes, God damn it, Bobby. Why didn't you tell me his rank? He goes,
when he walks in, I gotta stand up.
You
You know what I mean? He said, yo,
Facts.
he said, that's a bad dude.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of CJ. Yo,
I mean, do you expect anything less?
yo, listen.
You know what I'm saying? Do you expect anything less coming from
Listen,
CJ, man?
He was a great football player. He's a fabulous Marine. He's a man of discipline. And again, another person who's an even better father than he is all them things. And I'm proud of CJ.
And he was never in no bullshit. CJ was never in no bullshit. I don't never remember CJ being in no type of bullshit. Always 100. Stand up.
I'll tell you what though, man. You know, like when it comes down to throwing hands.
Yeah.
Yo, I'll tell you what. People that bark the loudest don't do nothing.
Yeah. Fact.
CJ's one of the people I'm scared of because let me tell you something. My man's quiet all the time. It's the quiet, it's the quiet ones you got. Yo, it's the quiet ones you got to be careful.
Yeah, that's always.
And I love CJ. I'm glad CJ loves me because I would never want to tangle with that man.
Facts.
He's one of the baddest dudes I know.
Facts. Hey man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? My brother Marine also. You know what I'm saying? So
I like that.
we got the 10 questions for my boy. Where you got it's called Quick Pick. You pick one or the other. You know what I'm saying? On Drink Champs, they drink. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not gonna do that.
Got it.
You feel me? But you pick one or the other, or you can go both or neither. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna start off LeVar Ball or Robert Hammond, Sr.
Man, listen, I got to pick my pops because I didn't have the athletic talent like his boys did. But listen, I will tell you this. A lot of people think LeVar's crazy, and I think he's an excellent father because he cared about his sons. You know what I mean? And sometimes he looked foolish, but he did it for his kids and he put them on. And for that, I say Bob Hammond, but I have a high respect for LeVar Ball.
Michael Jordan or LeBron James?
I got to go with James, man. Because you know why, James? Listen, I got to tell you, I don't know much about basketball. I'm not going to pretend, but I appreciate their athletic ability, both of them. But I like what James does for the community, man.
Facts. And I always said that would make LeBron a goat just because what he does off the court. Like,
yes. 100%.
Not even what he do on the court, just what he do off the court.
Yeah.
Man, makes him a goat. So this the one I hope Doc is looking. Bruce Leroy or Rocky?
I don't know Bruce Leroy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know.
Hey so you never you never heard somebody be like, sure enough, like or watching the Busta Rhymes video when the nigga had the glove and he had to do the crazy looking oh my god, that's our era, bro. That's our era, bro.
And Doc told me, he said, yo, he's gonna ask you this. I don't know who the hell Leroy is, man. And I'm not gonna pretend. I don't know who he is.
Well, yo, we make sure y'all get a time, man. You show him who he is, man.
So I gotta say both on that one.
Yeah, we were right with that one.
I gotta say both on that one.
All right, so lasagna or spaghetti?
Oh, spaghetti.
Barbecue, like grilling, or Italian food?
Oh man, listen, that's tough because I gotta tell you, I love barbecue, but nothing better in the world than Italian food. Because Italians, we got our own version of barbecue. So I gotta go with Italian food.
Facts. I definitely want to hear that. And that's a question. Even when I ask people like soul food and barbecue, they be like, everybody love a good old cookout, man. You definitely love that good old cookout.
And listen, like I said, I roomed with DeAndre when we were in college. And DeAndre always be cooking soul food with collard greens and all that.
Yeah.
So cornbreads, and we be good, man.
The whole time for real. Doc a country boy, man. He's a country boy.
He's a Bevo boy. And I gotta tell you, Berlin people sleep on the Bevo boys.
We did. You know, because we where we at and they where they at. You feel what I'm saying? But it's all love. So football or boxing?
Oh man, I
picked them today. I got them today.
You gotta let me elaborate because
you got to. When you pick one, you definitely gotta explain.
It's hard because I gotta tell you, I love football because it was like a family, right? Mm-hmm. And the same reason I love boxing is the same reason I hate boxing because you're in there alone.
Right.
Like, if you miss a tackle, nobody else to make up for it. Like, you're in there getting your ass kicked, ain't nobody to save you. Mm-hmm.
But also when you win, you get the glory, and it's all yours. So man, I think if you had to ask me, I got to go with football, man, because boxing's the loneliest sport. You know, and it's like a drug, man. It's like, honestly, it's like heroin, because you go back because it's a high like no other. Mm-hmm. But man, football with the camaraderie with people like CJ and Brad and Benny and Doc and Kendall, I gotta go with football.
Yeah, boxing. I love boxing. I got turned into
boxing. You see that fight last weekend?
Yeah, and I knew. Hold on, time out. Check this out. Yeah, it was a great fight, but I told you boys, Wilder wasn't gonna win.
But yeah, he showed a lot of heart. He's a bad dude.
He definitely showed me. I'll say he showed me more than he showed me last time. I feel like he needs to get back in the gym. He needs to work on his skill more, because he's still a brawler. Even though brawlers can win, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely need to work on his skill more, man. He need to be looking. He been winning with that over. Yeah. For him to say he can beat Mike Tyson, that's probably another reason why I'm so critical on his ass. Because you cannot tell me you can beat Mike Tyson.
You should never compare eras, and that's
yeah.
And listen, and that's why I like Tyson Fury. They ask him the same question, and Tyson will say, "I can only be the best in my era," and he doesn't ever compare himself. He's named after Mike Tyson.
Right.
His family loves him. And listen, he's an Irish gypsy. You know what I mean? And when Wilder is talking all that stuff, you know what I mean? That, you know, it's hard to talk about Tyson Fury. Irish gypsies grew up in the woods, like without houses. You know what I mean? So like, it's very comparable. Like normal Irish people and English people don't look at them as the same.
Right.
Like they're like outcasts. You feel me?
But that's all geographical, motherfuckers doing that dumbass geographical shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They only know what they know. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the thing: he tries to show Wilder love afterwards, and Wilder don't want to show.
Yeah, he was very disrespectful. Like, to the point, I wouldn't even fight you again, because it's not even worth fighting you again, because you can't beat me. Yeah, number one. And here's the thing: you can't beat. But yeah, he disrespectful.
Tyson tried to show him love because he respects him as a competitor.
Right.
And Wilder don't want to show him love.
Yeah. Sometimes like fuck that good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
All right.
Wilder's a bad dude though, and I have great respect for Wilder because man, it takes a special person to jump in that ring.
Cool. That's the only way I would give him respect, cause stepping in that ring. Like I said, I just stepped in that ring. Look, I just stepped in that ring and sparred with Trey Collard. Mind you, size wise, I should be the dominant one. And we was with the hands, I was cool. When that boy started going to them feet, man, tap me out, cuz I'm not kicking. I'm not doing no kicks. No, I'm not a Power Ranger. All right, so number 7, prom or homecoming?
Oh man, homecoming. Every time.
And why?
Man, it's a football.
It was the turn, and that was the turn up, man. That was the turn. Y'all boys turn homecoming up. USA or Italy?
USA, man. I'm American and through and through.
Yeah.
You know, and let me tell you something. Most Italians want to be American.
A lot of people want to be American.
Yeah. Listen, even though we got our problems.
Yeah.
You know, we can always do better. Still the best place,
man. Facts. Hot or cold?
Hot. Hot, always, man.
Yeah, I hate being cold.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what I'm talking about, though.
Well, yeah.
I'm a winter baby, so I love the winter.
You like the winter?
Yeah, I love the winter, bro. I like that, like, you know, and I come from that, you know, like, we outside all the time. So, like, for real, our area, it don't really matter, because we outside, hot, cold, sleet, rain, hell, we outside.
I like hot, because, man, anything in summertime, we got barbecues and cookouts and the beach.
Yeah, I ain't really big on the beach. I might do the beach this year.
Yeah,
I'm a pool guy. I like the pool. So day or night?
Man, I love the daytime. I love the early mornings.
Early mornings. You're a runner.
I run.
Yeah. We love the mornings, man. So one thing I wanted to talk about, that was the 10 question. Most of the time I end the episode on that, but since you said something about running, because we played a game today and we won. We had a game today, love day, you know what I'm saying? And I was out there playing basketball, and I just felt like being in shape, the body. Like, we've been talking about that, me and my homies, we've been talking about that a lot. Styles P talk about a lot about balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He talks about a lot of balance. Like even though you drinking and you doing this and that, you need to drink water also and eat right.
That's right.
Do what you gotta do. It's always about balance. So like how you feel about taking care of the body? Because you do be on that. And
buddy.
Well, I want to say you ran a 5K top 5? You top 5
so
5K?
5Ks and the half marathons. Real quick, I gotta tell you, I went out. So I ran a marathon. I was trying to qualify for Boston. You got to run a certain time. Funny story, because I always finished like top 3 locally.
Right.
In the half marathon. I averaged like a 6-minute pace. I do all right.
Right.
I'm a decent athlete.
That's bomb to me.
You know, like sometimes I win, sometimes I get top 3. Same with the 5K. So I try to challenge myself for the marathon, right? And I called little Benny. And I said, Benny, it's flat here, so I can't do like Philly because they got hills up in Philly.
Right.
So I'm trying to run a course. I said, so I want to come out and do Houston.
Right.
Right?
Big shit.
Yo,
listen to the talk.
Yo,
listen to the
Mark,
talk, guys.
Mark, listen, and I'm on pace to qualify for Boston.
Right.
Right? Like I need a 6:15 pace or something like that to qualify, and I'm running like 6 minutes. So I said, Benny, is it flat out? And he said, yeah, Houston's flat like the Eastern Shore. I said, bet. I'm going to sign up. I just need to know, is it hot out there in December? He goes, nah, man, it's cold. I said, good, because I can't, I've been training in the cold, so I don't want to come running in the heat, right? Benny goes, no, man, bet. Sign up. We'll go out afterwards, right? Mark. I get off this plane at 8 o'clock at night, and Benny's picking me up from the airport. I'm sweating.
Hot as shit.
It's hot. Dude, I get in the car, right? And I go, Benny, I got to tell you, buddy. I'm sweating like it's hot here.
Bro, you said it was cold.
And he goes, no, this is our cold season. I go, Benny, it's going to be 88 degrees tomorrow. And he goes, that's our cold season. I said, man, you screwed me. Dude, I ran an 8-minute mile, dude, on average. I was like, yo, Benny picks me up and he goes, man, you look like shit. And I said, man, I bet I do, buddy. Yo, I mean, big people were passing.
Hey, listen.
He set me up for failure.
When the last time have you been on the Eastern Shore?
I see C's.
5 under 17.
That's good.
Goodness.
C's in good shape.
Hey, man, I can give you about up and down on the court about 3 times, full speed. Real live, man. But, hey, it's the OG podcast, man. Before I get out of here, man, talked a lot about black business, you know what I'm saying, which wasn't surprising to me, but for you to give this information out was surprising to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you knowing that, or you doing it, or doing your own research, or doing your own reading, that's not surprising to me. You always been a stand-up dude, always is, and always will be. Let me tell y'all something. This guy seen me. I was at work, bro. I had pancake mix on me. I was hot. My hair wasn't done. I'm sweating. I'm jaywalking. My man ride by. Beep, 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 beep. Hey, yo. Man, Bobby, what up, man? Like it's nothing, man. I love my classmates to act like that, man. I got a lot of classmates that do that, man. They show love. Wherever we at, don't matter where we at, they gonna show that love, man. I appreciate it, man.
Hey.
I wish you all the well, all the best blessings in your marriage, in your business, you know what I'm saying? And being a future councilman. I hope that comes into existence. We're gonna keep speaking into that. We're gonna speak that to existence. Bobby Hammond, Adrian Bowen, councilman, one in OC, one in Berlin. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna talk that, you know what I'm saying? 06 all day, the best class that ever did it. You know, they tell you otherwise, they lying, for real. You know what I'm saying? Who else you know have records like that? Who else you know? Hold on, let me see this real quick. Who else you know had teams like this, bro?
Buddy.
Who else you know had teams like this, my boy? Like, real live, bro. Like, listen, man. Kendall and that big dog. Benny Tate, you big dog. You feel me? Like, bro, I love where I'm from. I love my classmates. I love the gang. I love my OGs. All my OGs that be watching, you know what I'm saying? The ones that don't be on the live, the ones that watch it on the YouTube, might watch it tomorrow, watch it all week, man. Keep running up for me, man. it's up from now. You know what I'm saying? Love Day was a success. Adrian Bowen, Tony Wedge, I appreciate y'all.
Proud of Adrian.
The Berlin the Art Association, everybody that donated money, we appreciate y'all, man. And today was a wonderful event. I'm just waiting for next year so we can be even bigger than this year. And man, Adrian, you did your thing, man. Like, bro, I was almost in tears, bro, when I was out there today, just looking around. You know what I'm saying? Everybody came out, everybody showing love. It was good vibes. Everything was good, man. To the music, down the 3-point contest, the little kids out there playing. I had my daughter out there playing at the course. That's the course I came up off of. Like I told them earlier, I remember the whole side of the courts had nothing but glass on the basketball court. You couldn't even play on that basketball court. You dig what I'm saying? So, like, I just appreciate you, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Keep on striving, keep on doing what God bless you to do. You know what I'm saying?
Proud of you, man.
Push Project on the way, man. I might have put Bobby on there too, man. Push Project on the way, man. OBN, OG Podcast, we out.